Well, okay, what happened? I want to know what happened. I wish to know what happened in what happened huko. Duale alisema nini? Nasema yeah. Unaona, let me pass my point. Are you giving me time to tell you? As in, by the fact that you accept that it is these politicians that make us be tribal. By the fact that we agree that it is these politicians that mislead us. That means, I want you to nini kama unasikia. That means, you know where the problem is. And I think you can only come up with a solution when you know the problem. Don't you think you are the problem? Don't you think you are the problem? If it is us who still accept to be controlled. But assuming that the politicians cannot do anything because we are the ones who create and destroy them. Let me give you an example. Assuming that the Galwales and the Railas and the Duales, when they stand to talk, to tell us that Kikuyus are bad, that Luos are bad, or Luyas are bad, when they stand to do that, and every Mwananchi walks out, do you think they will keep on addressing nothing? The problem is you and I. To Tukombali sababu, I think we can only get closer to stopping all that if it starts with you and I. Let us not wait for the third person. And that is why I knew such funeral will be political. I did not waste my time watching television. Now that I did not watch, nilisikia jana mtu akiniambia ati sijui Raila mpaka aliwakataza, wanaongea vibaya. Wakati juu ya Ukikuyu. Sasa walikuwa wanasema hivyo juu ya Ukikuyu. Nani alisema hivyo? Alisema ati Shirosar but imagine this country, imagine this country has rules. This country has a constitutional commission that deals with the hate speech and reconciliation about this on these tribal lines and everything about related. Why is it that wasn't? Do you want to tell me out of all that place, no one wants to follow the law? Yeah, this the person who said that is only a recipe of Nini. It's only a recipe of prosecution, as in someone has to come out and do his job. so that okay, you are right to think in anything anyway. Lakini if whoever said that, because that we are not saying he's guilty of hate speech, but we he should be put on trial to stop people like Becky who are annoyed that this speech would have may have harmed many people. For you to be clear, he's supposed to be taken by to a judiciary, the Kenya Trust, the country trust, and through that process, so that that is only one person. What when we sit back and start fighting politicians, and when we sit back and start airing a live event in the parliament, when politicians are fighting, it means we are interested in those politicians. Assuming that it's a government station that is airing that, when you take your remote to switch on and see the way Khalwale is abusing Orengo, you are the problem is you, because you still have another channel where music is playing. Why don't you watch that other channel? As in, that is how I live now. I don't do things that I think will annoy me. I don't take these things are there. That I always do original jurisdictions anytime I am. Do you remember me telling you about original jurisdiction and appellate? Anytime I talk to somebody, I talk to a Kenyan somewhere, I talk as if we've never, as if he has never seen a politician, or as if he's not. I don't go when I've taken sides, like I told you. I don't take sides. You see, somebody said that. Somebody said that. When somebody is complaining that post-mortem results are not out, somebody said, listen, somebody said when the post-mortem results are not out. I think I understand your context, as in the reason as to why the security bill was being rushed is because so that even things like when somebody is poisoned, when somebody is na nakumaanisha wewe But let me tell you something. It doesn't take a professor to know that a billionaire like the Odingas can hire the best doctor from America or where to come and conduct a post-mortem inside their house and give them the results inside there. Why? How can the Kenyan government interfere with results when you in your bedroom? Assuming that during that funeral, before they buried Fidel, they called their personal doctor from wherever they wanted. Then they told that doctor, now enter that room, we want you to conduct a post-mortem. Before you leave that room, you give us results, even if it is going to take 1 month. Food and everything will give you, kunya hapa ndani na ukule kitu hapa, singetendeka. Sasa it is us. Sasa si unaona ni watu wengi sana watabelieve ati serikali inaweza kazia postmortem results. Serikali inakaziaje postmortem? Serikali itakazia postmortem results if a government pathologist was involved. But the government pathologist is for legal as in for legal reasons, as in assuming that he was poisoned, the court will want to see the exact results, the exact stand of the government. You need a government pathologist. They have their the samples can be taken with as many parties as possible, so that even a private investigation like the Jichopev can take the samples and ascertain on their own. So they had that chance. It is the foolish us. As in other people. I usually don't count myself among other people who call other people. Ndio maana nakwambia I don't count myself among other people, at the big people. As in, what I mean is, other people will do things because we'll call them ati wakubwa, but I don't believe in the wakubwa thing. Ati if somebody is there, if Joel dies, no one wants to be concerned about who killed Joel, or no one people want to prove that I had HIV. But if a big person dies with the same character, they want to prove that he was poisoned or he was shot or what. Big people in Kenya never die with common diseases. Whether you infect a virus in that person, you inject a virus in that, or a bacteria in that person, and then he dies tomorrow, he's not going to die of that bacteria or virus. But even if you shot Joel yesterday, the only thing you can shift from is he was a gangster. We have been trailing him for so long. We managed to recover a gun. What, the usual statement. So it is the character that Kenyans love, assuming that they just said Fidel died from a heart attack. We could not have believed. Not a very careless life. Fidel was living his life. Yani, he was not living like the son of a king, of which even Kenyans, you see the way, for example, you are calling it, that he was living a careless life. Like, for instance, you are living a careless life. That's what you mean. Because he was trying to live at your level. Okay, what we should always believe, as in, if 2-3 people just get annoyed with the way I'm annoyed, I think we will enjoy this world. As in, when you are addressing, if you are addressing Joel and calling him wake up niaje Buddha, then as Uru's son, who is even younger than me, unamuita mheshimiwa. As in, that's why I always tell them, if you want to take me, If you think you can intimidate me because I've called you a pig, you'll have to give me the same reasons for calling somebody a saint. Do you believe? I don't know if you are getting that point. As in, if you want me to say, if you think that calling a dog umbwa is different from calling a carpenter seremala or an engineer muhandisi, then there is a problem. As in, people love it when they are called niaje daktari, niaje engineer. People do not like it. They don't like niaje seremala. Huh? Why don't we make these things like professions, yani? Then you are just in parliament. To me, you are in parliament because all of us cannot be there. That is what I always believe in. To me, somebody is just in parliament because all of us cannot be there. But if I'm given the same chance, assuming that I'll have your interest at heart, it means I'll only do what you want. If I have your interest at heart, it means I'll do what you want, Cynthia. So if you take me to parliament, you expect me to do to echo what you want. Even a kid can do that for us, because you can even tape what record and paste on that kid, so that kid just go to him to me. It means it's a job any Kenyan can do. So I don't need to give you special recognition because I just sent you to do something. It is the same as But I think if you they were saying somebody they have even talked about the sacrifice Raila was sacrificing Fidel. I don't know, Raila fell out with his cult. I don't know what. At the end of the day, life has to go on when one life stops. That's why I always tell you, some people will have to die for others to live. If when soldiers go for a mission, they know that one person, one or two among them may die, as innocent as they are, because they are just obeying an order. Afai? Unajua mimi hata okay, uhuru is a symbol of national unity. If that symbol stops existing, the constitution that gave him the mandate to be the symbol of national unity always has an option. The attention Kenyans have will just shift to the other person. However, how much the Halwales and the Duales were making noise in Kisumu, in Bondo, they still someone else will just take that position of Fidel. If Fidel was a CEO in a company somewhere, that company is not being closed down because Fidel is dead. There is always your replacement. Si gari yenye ulikuja nayo ilikuwa ya Modern Coast, mwenyewe si alikufa na aliuliwa na mkaandamana sana huko Mombasa. gari zake zilikuwa kwa barabara. Gari zake zilikuwa, ati gari isimame kama ilikuwa imefika Mtito Andei isimame, mwenyewe amekufa. Si mwenye aliinvest pesa mingi hivyo, lakini no one is concerned, my dear.